A most exciting bonus episode brings you Strictly Wynnstay, where our very own stars of the show gallantly leap out of their comfort zones to entertain us all. Kate and I can't wait to find out the full story. 6 couples will perform, as well as the previous winners, Claire and Tom's fabulous rock and roll dance. So let's get the party started.
It's Strictly Week, and I'm at the Acre Dance Studio with Michelle, who is partnering Harry, and they are dancing the Charleston. Are you excited, Michelle?
Very excited. I've been excited for weeks, but probably feeling a bit nervous now it's the final week.
Tell us about your outfit.
Pink flapper dress. It's in my fancy dress wardrobe. I love dressing up as a flapper. Always have good fun.
And how did you choose your dance and the music?
Well, Ginny rang up and asked me if I would do it. I said yes, delighted. And she mentioned what dances were available. So I had a little think. It only took me about half an hour to think. I thought I'd like to do the Charleston because I love dressing up as a flapper. I love the music and bagged that dance immediately.
So is John upping your security for the Strictly trophy?
Yes.
Brilliant, Michelle. Thank you for those behind-the-scenes snippets and have a great Strictly experience.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Here to talk to James and Tessa, who are dancing the Paso Doble, to see how their preparations are going. Now, Tessa and James, our listeners would love to know what the practices are like. To give us a little bit of insight, Tessa.
I think I've laughed more in the last month than I had done for a very long time. And I'm not laughing at James, I'm just laughing at the whole thing, really. It's just, we've had a lot of fun doing it. Yeah. And Adrian, who is our very long-suffering teacher, equally laughs, and I think I'm delighted to be called Babe every other word. Actually, it's the first time I've been called Babe for a very long time. So as far as and he's obsessed with my underwear, and that's the other thing. And he just is obviously very worried that when I do the splits across the floor, which is in the routine, he just wants me to maintain my dignity. So we do a lot of laughing.
Well, that's really good to hear. The enjoyment factor
and
has
I'm
to
here
be.
to make sure that she doesn't.
And
and by the end she will have no dignity, and nor will I.
You see, we're laughing again. It's terrible.
Well, it sounds very intense, all this practicing. How many practices have you had?
Well, I've had more than James because I've deemed myself definitely the worst partner, so I've taken myself off on a couple of goes on my own. Much needed.
Well,
And more to come.
It's all to come in.
Still more dignity to lose, I think.
well, it's lovely to hear all this, but I would just like to ask Tessa, first of all, what is it about James that makes him a good partner for Strictly?
Oh goodness me, I haven't thought about this at all. Very understanding and long-suffering, and I just feel very sorry for his bruised feet.
And James, to you, what is it about Tessa that makes her a good partner?
Passion, determination.
La passione.
Absolutely throws herself into it with abandon.
I think
it's just controlling a beast, really. She's a raging bull.
I'm sensing there's a lot of potential in this partnership. And how do you think you're going to harness all this potential for the big performance on the night?
I'm saving it for one night only.
It will need audience participation.
I think you're going to be guaranteed a good audience and we'll be clapping like mad.
Please do.
I'm on the Strictly sofa with Lucy, who is dancing the Argentine tango with her partner Hugh. Lucy, how's your Strictly experience been so far?
Well, it's been interesting. We had a bit of a difficult start with my partner breaking his hand, and then we got into our dancing, had some good lessons. We thought we're going here, but then he got COVID, so we had to have down tools for a week. But then, yeah, we've had some really good lessons. We feel like we've got a good routine with some interesting bits, so hopefully we'll be good on the night.
So you're back on track now. And then backstage rumours are mentioning a Lucy's lifts. Tell us about those.
Well, let's hope they are spectacular, but we've got a few little interesting bits to our routine that might go well, or if they could very easily not go so well. Let's hope I don't fall on my face on the dance floor.
I'm sure you'll be flying and Hugh will be there to catch you. So overall, has it been harder than you imagined?
Yeah, well, we all think we're going to be brilliant dancers when we've had a few drinks and we're on a night out. We fly around the dance floor, don't we? And then when you're told you have to perform a routine, you realise it's a lot harder than you initially thought. But I've really, really enjoyed it, and it is hard, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, hopefully the audience might have had 1 or 2 drinks too, so they'll...
that is the hope.
Brilliant. OK, well, good luck for Saturday night.
I've got Fiona and Jay here who are dancing the salsa for next week's competition. They've just come back from their practice, and I'd really love to know how it went this evening.
Exceptionally well. Looking forward to picking up the trophy on Saturday evening.
So things are looking good.
Yeah, very good.
Now, a lot of followers of the Strictly programme have heard of the Strictly curse, where everybody gets very excited if there's any hint of romance between the couple. Now, do you think you're going to be affected by the Strictly curse?
Over to
Jay first.
I hope not, seeing as Philip's one of the judges. He's going to keep a close eye on me, I think.
Yes, I'm sure he will be. And the other question I'd love to ask is, have you found out anything about your partner that you didn't know before?
After you, Fiona.
Yeah, Jay likes to smoke streets on the way to the lesson.
What about you, Jay? Anything about Fiona that you've discovered?
She's not very good at counting and likes tournaments.
Well, I think you're going to be a huge hit on the night, and we'll all be rooting for you. Good luck. Now, I'm here with Nicole, who's dancing the jive with Ed for Strictly next week. Now, Nicole, is Ed being very strict with you?
Well, we started training in the middle of January, and we've been practising every week since, so we've certainly been putting in the hours.
Now, Nicole, is Ed as nimble on his feet as he is on his horse?
He is. Edward had done some Sirach dancing before, so he's got a lot more experience than me. He's very nimble on his feet. Although we did have a slight incident when we were trying to learn a lift that we'd found on YouTube, and I did accidentally end up elbowing Edward in the face, and he ended up with quite a black eye.
Oh, my word. This all sounds ever so exciting for Saturday. I think you're a very lucky girl, Nicole, and the best of luck to both of you. We'll all be rooting for you.
Thank you.
It's Strictly Saturday. Following Claire and Tom's amazing rock and roll, the 6 couples danced their hearts out. We had it all, from flicks, fleckles and fancy footwork, together with a huge amount of enthusiasm. Let's hear it from the dancers.
Here we have our previous winners, Claire and Tom, who danced their show-stopping rock and roll routine tonight for us. Did it bring back some happy memories for you of the last time?
Yes, most definitely. I absolutely love dancing with Tom. He's an absolute joy to be with, and he remembers all the moves, which is a huge help.
It's an absolute joy to dance with Lady Daresbury. As I said on the first time, she's an excellent antique and she gets amongst it.
Well, we so enjoyed the sheer performance of it all. You don't seem to suffer from any nerves, which is, which really shows in your performance.
Well, I think after we watched the video of what it was like last year, and we were both quite nervous whether we'd ever remember. And amazingly, it's like riding a bike. It all came back to us.
And we actually had to drag the practices out a bit because we thought Harriet might think it's suspicious if I came back after 10 minutes. So we just ended up having a few beers and sitting around, really.
Well, thank you for bringing so much fun to it. You really got the ball rolling. And thank you ever so much.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you very much.
Ginny, you must be thrilled to bits with this second Strictly. How did you manage to get such normally shy and retiring people to perform in front of an audience?
Well, I think we'd probably agree that over 50% of them are not shy and retiring, but for the remaining people that were, my saddle flask probably offers great temptation, and I managed to persuade them while sidling up to them cover-side out hunting, and they just couldn't say no.
Well, you picked a brilliant bunch of people. Well done, Ginny. It's a huge success. Now, Tess and Claudia, Sally and Rebecca, how did you find the audience this evening? Did they help you?
Oh, absolutely. They were all really up for a good night. Clearly they were, because they're all dressed in sequins and really colourful outfits, and that definitely makes the job easier when you're looking out there, didn't you? The very young to the more senior.
As fundraisers go, I think this really brings everyone together in the hunt, and there's such energy and enthusiasm, and I don't know, it's just a joyful thing to watch everyone get behind their couple that they're supporting.
Well, it was a huge success and you made it all look very easy and everyone's really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lucy, have you come back down to earth after all those lifts?
Just about. I was sailing all weekend thinking, what a wonderful experience. But yeah, now back to work today and back down to earth with a bang.
And you really enjoyed it?
I loved it. I was so terrified and so nervous, and then I just got on the dance floor and I was like, I just loved it. I loved every second of it.
Brilliant, and well done for making the final 3.
Yeah, well, it almost didn't matter where we come. I was just so relieved to not fall over or make a mess of it and just get through it. But it was icing on the cake to be in the top 3.
No, you're brilliant. Your timing was amazing. With the start of the eventing season, you're now swapping dancing lessons for dressage lessons. Which do you prefer?
Definitely probably dressage lessons, much more in my comfort zone. And I've got one tomorrow, so back to it. But I did really enjoy our dance lessons, but I think I've done enough now.
Right, brilliant. Well done anyway. Great job.
Fiona, the judges and the audience loved yours and Jay's salsa. Were you thrilled to bits with how it went?
Absolutely delighted. It was absolutely thrilling. One of the most fun things I've ever done.
It was beautiful to watch, and you chose exactly the right outfit. Were you thrilled with your dress?
Yeah, it worked.
And did that
very
help
well.
you?
It allowed me to move, and I had to have a bit of a slit put up the side to fit Jay's leg in between.
It was perfect. What was the atmosphere like in the green room? Was it a sort of hive of activity, or did you
Yes, there were lots of little twirls in the corner, and Elizabeth Hanmer having her face done, and
must have been fun.
Beautician, and it was good. But I think we were all quietly wanting the time to come so we could get on.
And how did you relieve the nerves?
I had
or weren't there
I
any
had
by
the old
then?
cigarette actually.
So Tessa, how are you feeling after having a sword through your heart?
Very relieved to have got through it, I have to say. But luckily for me, I had the most amazing reviving kiss from my partner, so I feel absolutely buoyant and full of beans. Thank you.
Well, he was quite some matador. Did it go according to plan?
I think so. I think James was definitely the superior dancer of the pair. I think I missed a couple of bits, but hopefully it wasn't sort of too obvious. He upped the ante by stealing a bunch of daffodils beforehand and throwing them into the crowd, because it was all about a crowd pleaser, he decided. And he said, we're going to milk this. And I did say to him, James, I think it's absolutely fine, but the boredom might set in with the 265 people who were watching. He said, don't worry. So I think we did milk it, actually.
It was a very good gesture. Will you be entertaining us any more in further competitions?
Not dance competitions. I have just entered my first competition on my horse. Now, so I've sent my hunt coat to the dry cleaners, and now I need to get going with trying to learn dressage tests and show jumping courses and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to leave the dancing behind.
Back in the comfort zone. Well, thanks. You were brilliant.
We loved it.
We've saved the best till last. My final chat is with the 2022 Wynnstay Strictly winner, Michelle and Harry. Michelle, how did it feel to receive that glitter ball?
Oh, it felt amazing. Wasn't expecting to win. Thought everyone danced really well. Everyone was fantastic. But I haven't stopped smiling. It's been wonderful.
Brilliant. Any further dancing plans?
Only if I can get the husband on the dance floor.
Right. Well, meanwhile, he's tightened up on the security. And how has he coped generally, being married to a Strictly celebrity?
Coping very well. He's hid a lot in the stables, I think.
You can come out now, John. Well, many congratulations, and we'll see you at the show dance next Strictly.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity of competing.
Well, that's a wrap for Wynnstay Strictly 2022. We'll certainly give it a 10. Meanwhile, keep dancing.